Halloween is coming up! Ah! Hannah mentioned some really scary stuff on Wednesday. Hypersexualization and slut-shaming and the overall stressful point that Halloween costumes these days seem to be all about boobs and butt, as if that's the only important part about a Halloween costume. And most of the time the actual accuracy of the Halloween costume is completely sacrificed and secondary to the amount of skin that's being able to show in the Halloween costumes, as seen here, and here, and here, and here. It's almost funny how ridiculous some of these costumes can be, but it's really frustrating that the expectation and the limitation of Halloween costumes for women is completely centered around sex appeal. There's another kind of more sinister and detrimental form of sexualization in Halloween costumes, and that goes hand in hand with cultural appropriation. I had this discussion yesterday at the potluck for Feminist Alliance McMaster, and we talked about the oppressive and dangerous and horrible nature of the typical Indian Halloween costumes that you see around, and also the historical implications of blackface. The taking of these certain specific elements and stereotypical views of an entire identity in a culture and then making a mockery out of it is not a respectful homage or in some sort of way like appreciating the culture or sharing in the culture. It's disrespectful. I mean, Halloween costumes and appropriation of cultures is an entire different kettle of fish that I could spend forever talking about, but I'm going to have to unfortunately move on. I'm sure you've all probably seen the sexy Indian costume at some point or another, but in case you needed a refresher, there's some examples here and here and here and here. Despite the obvious inaccurate depiction of Aboriginal people and the very blatant disrespect for their cultural apparel, there is a more different and complicated and horrible implication of wearing a sexualized Indian girl costume. Because the sexualization of Aboriginal women isn't just a costume, and it's just not a thing that happens on one night at a party. Why is this so harmful and dangerous? Well, Aboriginal women are about 3 times more likely to be violently victimized than the rest of the population. That makes it about 13%, can we talk about this, of Aboriginal women over the age of 15 that have experienced some sort of violence against them. About 2/3 of these women are between the ages of 15 and 35. Sexual assault and violence against Aboriginal women is alarmingly and disturbingly high, not to even mention the missing and or murdered women that are taking numbers way over 600 and 700 now. So the sexualized Indian woman costume isn't helping anyone, it's not making anyone feel good, it's probably not helping solve any problems. It's easy to say as maybe a white person or a person of privilege to say that, you know, it's just a costume or it's innocent or it's fun or playful or it's just Halloween, whatever. There's an underlying stigma and a really hurtful consequence for women who actually are Aboriginal and have been victimized in so many different ways. So please get creative with your Halloween costumes this year. There's so many really cool things that you can be, and you can really make sure that you're not hurting anyone or perpetuating harmful stereotypes and doing things that might have negative consequences. What it really comes down to is this. You can wear whatever you really want to. You can show skin if you want to. Halloween is a time to be creative and do different things and be something that you're not. It's a time to express yourself creatively. You can dress up in lingerie and a sheet and be a sexy ghost if you want to. You could also wear a sleeping bag. I don't care. You shouldn't feel ashamed, and nobody should be able to shame you for showing a different amount of skin. As long as you make sure that you're not wearing something that is disrespectful or harmful to other people in the community around you. So make sure that you respect yourself, respect your body and what you want, and make sure that you also are respecting the people that you share this beautiful earth with. That's all for me this week, and I hope you have a great Halloween and a great weekend. Bye.